and thank you so much for serving on this Sunday, December 18th, 2022, our final week of Advent, and the last time we will be meeting as a group for 2022. So I want to give you a quick walk through the lesson. There's some very important information because there were some last minute changes that I need to communicate to you through the video because I will not be here this Sunday. So I'm going to go through the stuff that stays the same pretty quickly and then kind of focus in on the changes. So arrive around 9:30. You need to check in the check-in room, get your check-in sticker, start the music, and then get the centers set out. As the students are arriving, there should be one person checking them in on the attendance sheet. So I'm going to show you the attendance sheet. The attendance sheet is over here. This month it was put on two separate sheets. There is a kindergarten through second grade sheet and a third through fifth grade sheet. Both sheets are in the binder. What is tricky about this is the person that takes attendance should put it on both sheets, but then the third through fifth grade sheet needs to be removed and moved to the yellow third through fifth grade bag because that bag will be going upstairs and they have to double check their attendance as those kids exit the room and then also as they return back downstairs to make sure that all the kids are with them. You're also going to notice that there are some pens here. That is a gift to the kids, kind of a Christmas gift to the kids. So instead of doing Bible prizes this week, instead of doing that, just give everyone a pen of their choice as they exit with their parents. If you want to avoid some time-taking moments where they'll take a minute to pick their pattern, you could always do it on the carpet while they're waiting for their parents to arrive. Collect stickers on the sticker ball, highlight them as they leave. All right, so as they are arriving, one person should be taking attendance on those two sheets. Someone else should be getting the YouTube app up and ready to do a practice of this song that they are doing for the children's choir, which is "O Come All Ye Faithful." There is a version on YouTube that has lyrics, so if you just put in "O Come All Ye Faithful" with lyrics and play that, they can sit while they practice it. So at 10:10, they need to be wrapping up their centers and cleaning them up nicely. No toys left on the tables or the floors, and then call the students over to the carpet by grade level, starting with kindergarten and then making your way up so that those younger kids can be at the front of the carpet. Have them do "O Come All Ye Faithful" with lyrics, and now this is where the changes are. So normally this is when we split. If it's memory verse time, we practice memory verse and we go to the sanctuary. We just had the memory verse was canceled for this week. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to practice it together as a whole group one time before we split. So keep the kids on the carpet in that worship area, which I will show you. My kids are actually over there right now, so it's a little messy. But you will have them all over there to do their "O Come All Ye Faithful." And while they are there, have them do the memory verse together one final time with John 1:14 at the end, and that'll just be memory verse for this month. And at that point, the groups are going to split. Third through fifth grade will go upstairs, K through 2 will stay in this room. So you're going to go into your prayer time. If you were here in November, then you know that the prayer time is focusing on praise and thankfulness this month. So you're going to talk about thankfulness. If you're downstairs, you're going to write that on the pumpkin. If you are upstairs, you're going to write that on the strips. I had not put that on here because I thought that we wouldn't have enough time with the memory verse Sunday, but since memory verse Sunday is now canceled, we're going to add that back in. Collect thankfulness. If you're in K through 2, write it on the pumpkin. Third through fifth grade, write it on the strips of paper and staple them onto the link chains that are already up in that classroom. And then in both classrooms, you're going to focus in on the theme for this week is love, and they're going to need to light the 4 candles. So if you're downstairs, you have a paper that says love and a flame. Just put tape on the back of it. Please don't put it on the front because it does rip the color off the front when the tape is removed. So just loop some tape on the back for the love sign and for the flame. If you are upstairs, you're just going to click the little remote because both sides of that classroom, the boy side and the girl side, both have an Advent wreath with battery operated candles. So you just press the on button and it will come on. Following the prayer time, also I forgot. Once you do your thankfulness and you pray for the things that you are thankful for, also make sure that you are praying the Lord's Prayer together. So prayers of thankfulness, Lord's Prayer, lighting the Advent wreath, and then moving into the craft. This is the part I'm going to give the most detail on because some kids are going to be in different places. We have been working on this craft, counting this week for 5 weeks. It is possible that some kids will come in this week without an ornament even started if they have not been here in the last 5 weeks. There are only 3 ornaments left. So for those kids, hopefully we will know that at the beginning. If you have a 3rd through 5th grader that does not have an ornament started, they need to grab that before they go upstairs. So when you have your 3rd through 5th graders lined up at the door before you take them upstairs, say, did you start an ornament? And hopefully they should know if they started one. If they did not start one, grab one of those brown paper ones. They will not have the option to paint it. They're just gonna have to have the brown paper on it. They're gonna have to write the 4 words, hope, peace, joy, and love on their ornament. On the back of it, they're going to need to write their name and Advent 2022, and then they get to decorate it. So because everyone's in kind of a different place, this is, I'm going to show what the downstairs piles look like. So if you are downstairs, this is what your piles look like. We have a very large pile, luckily, of photos and ornaments that are painted and mostly caught up with the words. So for instance, we have one of our friends here who has a photo, has an ornament started. He will just need to trim his photo so that his face will fit in there and decorate it and catch up his words. We have a couple that were started but have no name. We have several that have no photo, and that is my fault. I tried to catch as many of them as I can for a photo, but I was not able to catch everyone. If they do not have a photo, then their only option is to draw a picture on their circle paper. So for instance, they'll need to open up the back and get that little white paper out, and they can draw a picture. They could draw a self-portrait if they want. They could draw, they could write the word Christ in the middle, because that is for the Christ candle that we don't get to do together because we don't meet on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. They could draw anything that reminds them of Advent. They could draw an Advent wreath. Lots of different ideas for them to draw if they do not have a photo, self-portrait being one of them. And then we have a couple photos that appear to not have an ornament, and then these are the only extra ornaments. They need to be shared between both classrooms before 3rd through 5th grade heads upstairs, because once they're upstairs, they won't have that option anymore. But that's what it looks like down here. Upstairs is going to be similar. You will have some ornaments with photos, some will not. They'll have to draw a picture instead. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how to do them right now. All right, so I started my son's because we're not going to be here this Sunday. But if you flip it over, they have to open the back and take this out. And try and do it one-handed while I video. This might not look great. If you push it out, what I did was I left a little plastic piece in because that's really easy to lose. So push that plastic piece back in there. And then when they take their photo, and whatever size their photo is, have them take their white paper and lay it over the part of the photo that they want. So they really want their face in the photo. So they're going to cover up their face, kind of try to center it, and then trim the photo around the circle. So what is left behind is what is going to show in their ornament. So then when you put it in, oops, forgot I was forward facing. When you put it in, you want to have the head facing up towards the top of the ornament. The white paper can just go behind it. And then they're going to put that back in. Something fun if they have extra time is they could write a little message on that white paper to be found like many years down the road, like a special secret inside the ornament. And then you want them to put that in there so that their handwriting is upright, kind of so it's facing the top of the ornament. And then you just secure it back. And then that part is finished. So the next step is they get to decorate. So we have stickers. Upstairs has stickers as well. And you just share them amongst the tables. There's all different kinds. And have them pick a few to decorate. I am so sorry. To decorate the ornament, the front of the ornament or the front sides of the ornament. Make sure that they are sharing nicely with other people in the classroom. Maybe put them a limit of like 10 that they can put on there so that they don't overdo it. And then if there's ones left over afterwards, they can. Then the final step after they have drawn a picture or put their photo in, maybe written a secret message, decorated it with this. They should have written the word love this week because that is our final theme. So they need to write the word love. That should actually be the first thing they do. Write the word love with black Sharpie. Then they get a gift bag. I have about 30 here, so that should be enough for downstairs, and then upstairs you have your own set. So you just take a gift bag, slip their ornament inside of it. Hopefully there's enough twisty ties to put it in there, and then that way they can either give it to their families right away or they can save it as a Christmas gift. But both groups, downstairs and upstairs, are going to do this. The tricky part is that it's going to look a little bit different for each person because some people don't have a photo. Some people haven't started an ornament yet. Some people are at different spots in the ornament, just depending on what weeks they've been here. We've been working on this for the last 5 weeks, but this does need to go home. If someone is not here, just leave it on the table for me to grab when I get back, and we'll just get them to them as those kids kind of come back in, hopefully in January. But if they are here, it needs to go home. And it needs to not be left behind because this is something they've been working really hard on. All right, and then the final things done to do are, if you are in the K-2 classroom, I've left you some books. This is mine from home, A Very Noisy Christmas. These came from the check-in room, God Gave Us Christmas, and also The Best Gift Ever Given. I have this book at home. I just forgot to bring it because we're using it. But every day it gives us different things that God gave us leading up to the birth of Jesus. So you can go ahead and read up to December 24th, December 25th. You could read those days to the kids, or you could let them pick a day and read a different day. But then we also have those two really great picture books to read through them. And so just leave those for me when you're done, because I do need to bring that one back home. If you are upstairs, you have the option to do the Nativity Escape Room. So if there is time, you can do this Nativity Escape Room. They have already done numbers 1 and 2. So what is left is 3 and 4. So they get a new packet with the instructions on the first page, followed by Mystery 3 with a decoder. These are really tricky. Mystery 4 with a decoder. And then the final way to get out of the room. So they can try and do those. As a teacher, you have a teacher guide that has the answers from the previous week. They did not leave behind their packets, so you will probably need to remind them of the information from the first 2 that they did, because they'll need that information to solve the final one. But you can walk them through this if there is extra time. Only if you are done at like 11:05 would I start this, because this will take them probably about 20 minutes. And if you start after 11:05, you'll run out of time. So if at 11:05 you're still working on the craft or any of those other things, then instead I would just give them time to just talk, or break out some of the games that are in the green and white cart to play together, or get out their journals and they can journal maybe about things that they are excited for in the upcoming new year, goals that they are kind of setting for themselves. And then, the one last important thing, if you are serving upstairs, you are going to be taking this yellow bag. It will be hanging from the door that you exit, from that door handle. I'm actually going to take it over there right now. This clipboard that is here is what you are going to be putting your attendance sheet on once you have taken it out of that white binder. So this yellow baggie is going to be over here on the worship area door handle. You're going to add the attendance sheet to it, and make sure you take attendance as the kids head upstairs, and then check it again as you head back downstairs, so you know exactly who is going up with you and coming back with you. You will need to grab the key to unlock that middle door upstairs from the check-in room. Kristen and I are not here this week, but there is a key that the check-in person can give you. That will be at the check-in desk. And then also make sure that you bring your cell phones and you have your volume turned on, because somebody will be letting you know when it is time to head back downstairs as the sermon is wrapping up and communion is beginning. But I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for serving this week, and we will see you soon.